You know, I look at Beacon Hill and I see, it's sad. It's sad to me because all those vacancies that we rode and walked and counted, and it's so so many people who's homeless and in need of shelter with children. You know, I work for Cook County Department of Public Health, have been since November 2nd of 1988. I work as a health advocate, that's my title. And I was sharing what the health advocate job consists of, and it's a lot that's entailed in that. I love on people. I show people how to get housing, shelter, food, you know, everything that they need. I have a vision for Ward 1, and the vacancies, this, like I said, it's over 250. There's more work that needs to be done, more than lawn maintenance and getting the debris removed from the vacant homes. I wanted to make vacancies available for occupancy once again, and that's a part of my vision. My vision is also to make monthly meetings appealing to all Ward 1 residents. For example, I want to have a monthly job fair for the youth or whomever is in need of a job. My youngest daughter last year was out of a job almost all year, looking every day, going to temp agency, and I know jobs are hard to find, but instead of, you know, just saying we're just gonna come and have a monthly ward meeting and I might stand up and ramble on like I'm doing now, I wanna be able to put some people in a position to be blessed with a job. Somebody we might meet there that night might need some food in their home. Somebody might need help with their light bill or water bill or something. I truly believe that if I'm elected for alderman of Ward 1, I would provide as much assistance as I can to the residents in the ward, even if it comes to donating the salary. The salary is so not important. When I found out, I went to a city council meeting and they told me since 1974, they've been making $8,500 a year. And then I realized that you have to have a heart to want to be able to be a blessing to someone. That $8,500, it has to be more than about the money. You know, I want to be able to get some monies together to not give a turkey or a ham at Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. I want to be able to bless someone with the full meal. Bless some children with the Christmas toys. You know, we used to have a thing on my job where it was where we pick a family. You know, and everyone is in need of something during the holidays or whatever. And I just mention the holidays as an example, but people need something every day, you know. But what I want to be able to do is go and be a blessing to them by providing meals and doing whatever I can. Because again, I just can't be in it for the money because it's not enough for me to quit my day job for. And also, monthly job fair, free child care at the ward meetings. We might have my campaign manager has a daycare. So I'm looking at if, you know, we schedule a ward meeting on a Thursday evening and it's at 6 o'clock and you got a mother who's either working or not, but she has children, she would more than likely attend the meeting if she knew that her children would be taken care of while we are discussing important concerns of the ward. I want to implement a residential assistance program. And and I don't want to pinpoint one thing, but I do want to say whatever is needed, I'm willing to do it because I love the neighborhood that I'm in. I love the city that I live in, the city of Chicago Heights that I live in. I really didn't care too much about the political side of it, but I do want you all to know that I am so grateful to be a part or to have been invited to this forum, and this church is lovely, and the pastor is, I just feel so warm and so welcome here. I want a bigger police presence in Beacon Hill. Ward 1, Beacon Hill, whatever you want to call it, because last year we had a guy, I had a barbecue at my house. I have little young grandbabies. They were in it riding their bikes. I had my truck parked on the street. It's a guy who had just got out of jail. He was driving on sidewalks in the grass. He was going to hurt someone. I called and I asked to speak to the watch commander. The reason I called and I asked to speak to the watch commander was because the last time I called on some guys that were standing around looking like they were going to cause some trouble, the Chicago Heights pulled up and shined the light on my house. They pulled in my driveway. So now I've started calling the watch commander. So that evening, I called the watch commander and I told him it was a guy driving irate, just missed my truck, all on the sidewalk and all of that. And I said, you know, I'm sorry, but I live at 504 Andover, sir, and I said, I really need you to send a squad out. I said, because I have my grandbabies out, but the neighbors have their children out as well with barbecuing it. He said, what the hell are you calling me for? Hang up and dial 911. It's some kind of, it was a miscommunication. I don't know, maybe they're afraid of what's going on or what has been going on or the reputation that Beacon Hill has, but I want to change the conversation in Beacon Hill, in Ward 1. Ward 1's conversation needs to be changed. Again, I'm only one person. I'm living in the vision. I don't plan to move. A lot of the people that I've met in this journey, they share that they are not. They might be older. They might be my age. They're not moving. They don't have plans to relocate. But living in this vision and knowing that I'm only one person, I've gotten commitments from the people that I've met, and they would love to be a part of a movement for us to take our neighborhoods back. So I'm looking forward to, if there's anyone that lives in Ward 1 or in the city of Chicago Heights who wants to be a part of a movement to take Chicago Heights back. See, one thing that we need to do is we need to stick together. We need to learn how to band together to get something done. I look forward to working with the other candidate here today. He has some great ideas. This is my first run in the political arena, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the challenges that's before me. I'm excited about the advancements and everything that we have to look forward to. And I don't know if my 30 minutes is up, but I thank you all so much for your attention this evening. I love you all, and God bless you.
Renee has 12 minutes for question and answer, and then after Chuck, we'll go back to Q&A if there's still more. Is there anybody who has a question at this time for Renee?
I do.
We'll go to the lady first, sir.
If you want to get on the radio, how much does it cost you to go for 30 seconds, whatever? I'm great, you should vote for me. Have you been able to do that?
I have not. I felt as though, I hear politicians during election times, and I can hear them on the radio and see them on TV, and it just seems like it's just so scripted.
But then
And honestly, I'm sorry.
Then they'll have your name.
I understand. I've gone door to door until my heels, I give it 100%. I work 9 to 5, but on the weekends, it's to meet and, I call it meet and greet and love on people. That's what I do. From the time I get up, I go to somebody's church. This is a nice church. I go and love people and let them meet me, you know.
Thank you for the question. Sir, you had a question?
This is real nice.
Thank
I
you.
see you, asked me local 1276.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The problem with this is you do not have a union bug on it. This is a union town.
Okay.
And anybody looking at this, you could lose vote by not having a union bug. You need to go to a union printer.
Okay.
So,
It's costly.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm actually affiliated, very affiliated.
I see it, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
And but you represent the union, you don't have a union bug on here.
Well,
You
I can say, not to cut you short, but our campaign is, we didn't do fundraising. This is our first time, so everything we doing is out of pocket.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, so, I
That's
mean,
good to know.
we appreciate that.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
That's
we're.
good.
This is a union town, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, you got a lot of union members in Ward 1.
Okay.
Right,
So
That's good to
we'll get
know.
our union symbol and put it on there.
right.
Okay, I'll research that.
Well, I'm telling you what I know.
I mean, I would just like to know how to go and make it happen. Because, you know, you got people that talk a whole lot. I want to put some things in action.
Right.
Yes, Chuck?
Well, I almost think, I mean, that's an important issue. He actually belongs to the union, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Leon, but look at what happened in Wisconsin, and I think maybe the unions are gonna soften up a little bit now on. So I mean, I don't know that you wanna marry your lot with the union, because I think we've got some big issues that I'm gonna talk about, but I wanted to encourage you for neighborhood block parties. I've been here 40 years, and we've done some really neat things. We used to get barricades from the city and block off and have barbecues. We haven't had any of them in the last 5 years, and Marcus, our north end is aging, but there are a lot of neat things that have gone on in the other wards, and I'm sure you're gonna learn a lot in this
That's
process.
wonderful. Thank you for mentioning that. And it is on my list for my glasses and my purse. I was brought up with block clubs. And if you want to be able to love on your neighbor and break bread together and all, I would love that. And I do want to implement that in Ward 1 and not just the Beacon Hill area. We could take it up to Lincoln Highway. We can go up in Carlos and do some things, whatever, you know. The sky is gonna be the limit if I'm elected as the alderwoman for Ward 1.
Any other comments or questions? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, do you have young people volunteer for you?
We do have young people volunteering at this point, and they happen to be my children or my campaign manager's children. We have not we have not gone wide like we want to. You know, we've gotten the commitments from people to help do whatever, the young, the old. We met a 20-year-old the other last week, and he said, yes, I know, whatever you want me to do.
You know, I had a suggestion.
Okay.
When we start the Young Democrats in Chicago Heights, me and Liam, we went to the kids,
Okay.
voting. They know they don't vote,
Okay.
but they are the one who put bad flyers.
Okay.
They are the one who knocking in the doors, and they say, you know, my friend mother running for alderman, will you please consider? That's the kid, they can bring people to the polls and bicycle, you know, and by knocking in the door, they have time, they have the energy. While other people, you know, the growing ups, going with them too. That's what we did it in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s,
Right.
you know. That's a suggestion.
You know that, I thank you so much. That is a beautiful suggestion. And I'm gonna say this, myself and my campaign manager, both of us are 50 years old, and we feel it on Monday morning. But we go, I felt like it was important for us to, you know, I want people to, because I speak from my heart. I might be all over the place, and I might not be able to speak from these notes that I have, but, because my glasses, I left them in my purse and all of that. But my heart, I just really, you know, I share with the clients that I come in contact with on my job that I'm sincere. I thank God for the sincere, honest heart that He has given me. And I would not ever, you know, disappoint.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what do you see in the future of Beacon Hill? Any projects going up there, any new buildings, any new, I think there's a bike trail going through there that's very close. Is there any other type of projects like production of new gas stations? I know there's a U-Haul right across from Beacon Hill.